Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to BattleTech Heavy Metal, and in case you were wondering, yes, every single time. We are about to embark on a 3.5 skull mission here, which I think is the most difficult mission we've done so far, and it pays pretty poorly, so we're definitely going to go deep on Salvage on this one. A scientist for a mech conglomerate has turned industrial spy for a rival corporation from Liao. She was privy to numerous industrial secrets that we would prefer not to fall into our competitors' hands. The Capellan leadership has offered to sell her back, but we intend to use the false hope of negotiations to buy you time to extract the scientist through more proactive means. Listen, bargaining is pretty proactive. Please, tell me bargaining is pretty proactive. I need to believe this. So, each point of priority salvage that we take on this is dropping our payment by only 90k. I'm gonna go 419. Let's hope that we can, bring home a couple of decent, salvage from a couple of decent mechs here. And I don't think that let's see, we're in a lowland biome, so that's normal heat, thick woodlands, rolling hills, gentle slopes. I think we want to go ahead and bring these mechs. Maybe going to be a little bit awkward for the king crab to move around. But yeah, let's go ahead and bring these mechs, but I'm going to bring the AT-mist pilots here. We want the really strong people. So, Griffin definitely needs heat reduction, and who do we want in the other Centurion? We have a couple of interesting options. You know what would actually be really interesting for the Griffin is coolant vent plus sensor lock. So maybe that's what we'll do with trampoline. Is make him sensor lock plus coolant vent. But for right now, I guess we bring Crackle. I don't know if Crackle in the other Centurion. That's fine. You know, lets the LRM-20 get through with breaching shot, and yeah, this is okay. With the mission difficulty being 3.5 skulls, there's a really, really broad variety of enemy groups that we might come up against. This might be several weak enemy groups, it might be one enemy group that contains a couple of assault mechs. It's basically like the one thing that you can be certain of with the difficulty system is that on low skull missions, there's a pretty small number of things you can see. You can have a pretty good idea of what you're up against. But as that skull number increases, the enemy variety grows. So, I guess we'll just have to kind of keep our heads on a swivel here. Be ready for anything. I feel like I'm ready for anything. I feel like we brought enough autocannons to be ready for anything. I guess, except for 3 enemy lances, because we are actually going to run out of ammunition very quickly.
Command interface initiated.
At least the way we built the crab, it has okay fallback weapons. Alright, move up, occupy the facility. Got it. Once it's secure, rogue scientist into a mech, get him over there. That sounds pretty doable.
So we can go swimming.
I don't think that's a good use of our time. Also, you know, the different bodies of water on different planets probably have different bacterial fauna. I wouldn't touch extraterrestrial water, is all I'm saying. I wouldn't even drink anything that hasn't been through the shipboard purifier, which I assume is a thing that exists. So 322, that's a Shadowhawk? Oh, that's a Thunderbolt. Ooh, I do love a Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt is like a Shadowhawk if Shadowhawks were good. I kind of want to just let the other ones run forward, so it's a 65 and a 65. Could be... There aren't really that many different 65s. Could be Jaeger mechs or something. That is in fact a Jaeger. I'm putting a lot of faith in these these evasion pips here. I'm actually going to reserve all the way down. Let's let this thing come up too. Okay, not enough information.
Damage minimal.
The damage does feel pretty minimal. Okay, so they got one more something over there. Did the reading on that say 75? Yes, it did. Okay. Interesting. I think These are both pretty tough mechs. You can see here the Thunderbolt has 1,000 armor. It is a tough guy. It's not super dangerous, but like large laser and 3 medium lasers, it's a fair amount of damage. So the weapon distribution is the large laser and all of the missiles are on the right side, while the medium lasers and the machine guns and stuff are on the other side. And it has ammo in its torso. We had to get through 150 points of armor to have a chance at blowing it up, but still. Yeah, that's interesting. We might have to just burn him down as fast as possible. You did not put ammo in your torso, you coward. Just thinking we maybe don't want to mess around too much with this. Alright, if you step forward, can you actually get... No, we are not really in autocannon range. I might be able to, let me move this Centurion out of the way and we'll see if that changes. So who do I think is more dangerous? Probably it's the Jaeger mech. They're both pretty scary, though. Alright, let's have it not be Tire Fire who goes first. We jump the Griffin to here. Man, if I don't jump right on top of this thing, we do lose sight of it. I guess maybe we can go after this guy first. Just stay firing in the frontal arc. Try to work out his ammo bin there.
Confirmed.
You over and
10-4. I got you.
I'm hoping that we can get the crab to shoot at him with precision strike. That's kind of what I'm saving it for.
Moving out.
Also, it's just good to let your resolve get up to the inspiration level. Okay, a lot of torso damage.
Waiting for orders.
Unfortunately, the whole lot of them together were not quite able to get him to unsteady, so the crab cannot knock him over no matter what. Also, no, I cannot get proper range. That kind of makes me want to just sprint instead. I want to make sure that the king crab is not constantly being at maximum firing range. Ooh. Yeah, we're facing mechs that have a considerably larger amount of firepower. The amount of armor that we're putting on these mediums is maybe going to become a little bit of a liability. This is a deeply cowardly move that he has undertaken here. He turned, so it's going to be hard to fire into his front arc. I mean, I would love to stay in the forest, obviously. Alright, that's 3 evasion plus the forest plus... Yeah, I'll take that. And we are obviously going to have to vent here. We're at 78%, so if I spend 30 on a precision strike, it's going to take us out of Inspire. Yeah, I'm just going to give him everything then. Generated a little bit more instability there. And I may just be hitting him with indirect fire. I might not really have another choice. Thing is, this is the Centurion that's taking damage. So I have this guy fall back. I kind of have to have you fall back as well. And actually, you know what? Looks like we can do this work from right here. So I moved forward there only to give the other Centurion the ability to step back into the spot I was already in.
Commander?
Have this shot. I don't want to show him my left arm, so this is fine.
Coordinates received.
Here we'll go. There we go. That looks good. Got our ammo explosion.
Enemy down.
That'll control their ability to damage our back pilots a little bit. We're now limiting their vision. I do not remember the mechs well enough to know what a 75-tonner could be.
What can I do for you?
Now we're in a position where we can get nice, clean autocannon fire going.
Coordinates received.
To be perfectly honest with you, we're looking at 4 mechs that are of sizes that I'm interested in keeping. So I'm thinking maybe we just core them all and take one piece of each.
Got it.
Yup.
Alright, I'm going to use you next because you create a relatively small amount of precision or of stability damage. I want to just barely push this guy over the threshold and then try to knock him past with the Griffin. It is a Thunderbolt. Okay. It's not so bad.
I'm on him. That hit something good.
Okay. Griffin probably has to be a little bit cautious here. Right arm. Yeah, I want to be careful with my right arm. Very cautious letting enemies shoot me in the right arm. That PPC is going to be hard to replace. But I also don't really want to jump again. I'll just show front, I guess. Yeah, I think if I had jumped again, I probably wouldn't have been able to fire everything.
Good to go.
Alright, well, I'm going to be honest with you. I thought that was going to be enough stability damage. I had hoped, I suppose, that was going to be enough stability damage. Yeah, there's no version of this where we aren't killing this guy, right? I don't think a kill for preservation is really on the table.
Here we go. Critical hit.
So that's a 3rd point of damage there from the knockdown. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do another point of damage to him. And at this point, since we've destroyed the side torso sections, he would only be 2 pieces anyway. Ooh. Alright, Tire Fire needs to back up.
Through my armor.
It's an Orion. Wow, Tire Fire needs to back up. Holy crap.
Can't take many more hits like that.
Well, you know, Tire Fire does have sensor lock, so she could back up and at least continue to contribute. And you think you're about to get back up? You could make that obviously not happen. Yeah, either one of the large lasers is a kill. Alright, down to only 2. To be perfectly honest with you, this is probably about a 3.5 skull lance that we're facing here, so I don't necessarily think there will be reinforcements, although I wouldn't completely rule it out.
Waiting for orders.
You don't have ace pilot, so I think all you can really do is just disengage hard. Yeah, I can lose them here and then next turn use my short jump to get down there. Like, turn just... What on earth is happening with my aiming reticle?
Affirmative.
Okay, we can still give him the LRM-15. So, probably... The Orion is tough. Has an AC-10 and LRM-15. Yeah, it's got a variety of weapons. Of the 2 of them, it is the slightly more damaging one, and it's also slightly less armored, but the fact that it has Bulwark up is going to make it kind of annoying to fight. Maybe we go after the Thunderbolt right now. The Orion does not have bonus stability, though. You try to just knock it down? It is without question the more dangerous of the enemies. I'm going to precision strike his head. This serves 2 purposes. 1, maybe it gets us a lucky point of pilot damage. It did. But 2, by pushing him down to 1, we make him go after the crab. Because they'll go last in the 2 phase, so we'll go first in the 1 phase. That might be useful. And again, we're in a position where you can't really do anything. You can't really jump, certainly. You do this. Yeah, I guess we'll back you up to here. Oh. Gonna have to take it easy, unfortunately, until we get coolant vent back. This Centurion should probably try to make it to cover somewhere. Oof, there's not a lot of trees around here, actually. Maybe that's where I should be going.
Acknowledge.
Hell, I might be able to just get out of their vision range. When the autocannon went off and the shot was so high, I was hoping for a moment there that it was going to gonna headshot him. Okay, that's a fair amount of damage, but the Griffin's tough.
I hear ya.
Now do I actually just run up on him? Maybe I should stay in the trees. I'm thinking about punching, obviously, in the near future. Do I want to stay in the front arc, or do I want to get over into the side? Oh, never mind. I do not have a choice. I can only shoot him from the front arc. So obviously, we're going to get a knockdown here. All this is really going to accomplish is doing damage to the pilot. Yeah, I'll coolant vent. I'll vent for everything here. Let's get all the damage. Do I want a precision strike for a particular part of the body? LRM, one of the SRM-4s, and a medium laser on this side. I probably want to try to take out that AC-10 if I can. Alright, ammo destruction is awesome. And actually, that's another point of pilot damage. This pilot's actually in really rough shape. He might be 1 damage away from dying in the cockpit. And I bet we can put together another knockdown. Or hell, maybe just another lucky missile hit to the cockpit. Ooh. Armor on that Griffin is really taking a beating. I also really like the music in this game. Man, this game is just very good. Do I want to... I probably don't want to start with you. Let's start with you. Oh, apparently I cannot, in fact... You know what? You're fine where you are, sort of nestled in the rocks here. Yeah, nobody's going to be able to see you until they get, like, all the way over there. Let's just, I think, do the precision strike thing again for the same reason here.
Right, Commander.
Okay, now that pilot definitely only has 1 health left.
Yup.
Let's fire hard into his other side here. Destroying this this torso will cause there to be only 2 pieces of salvage left, but honestly, I'd take it. But we could go for the leg. It's pretty tough, but we have pretty accurate mechs, or pretty accurate pilots rather at this point. I'm gonna go for his leg. It's a fair number of leg hits. We didn't actually break the armor, but we're getting there. And this guy, I'm just not ready to deal with yet. So, oh boy, I want the cooling effects of the water, but I definitely am afraid. I really wish I could coolant vent, because this would be a great turn to be able to hit this guy with the full stability load. Because look how close he is to tipping over. Alright, I'm going to run closer, even though that's not, like, an awesome idea. Just so that we can get 2 points of evasion. And maybe I get punched. I might get punched. Alright, the SRMs are dealing 30 plus 18. While this is dealing a flat 25. Okay, yeah, so if we're mostly concerned about the stability damage, it's way better to go for the 2 missile pods. Oh, except I didn't factor in the different hit percentages there. Ooh, and I do in fact get punched. I mean, we knew it wasn't going to be an easy one.
Armor breached.
Waiting on you,
Internal
Commander.
damage.
Okay, I can here, in fact, shoot him in the weak side. Let's turn off the UAC-20. We could get this. If both of the large lasers hit the leg, we totally got him. Actually, he's going to fall over either way. Yeah, the LB-20X is just going to knock him over, so maybe what I do instead is just not... First of all, don't spend the precision strike, because it's not worth it. Just hit him with the LB-20. He doesn't really need that much stability damage to fall. Okay, and that is damage number 5 to that pilot. Okay. So now we have to figure out how to kill this guy. I'm a little worried about exposing this Centurion to him, but his back armor is available. We could drill a lot of damage into that center torso. I'm going to do it, and we're just going to get it right so that I don't get killed. Oh, I'm nervous. Hold on. Okay, let me play with other people first. Okay, we do get a clean shot on his backside with this mech.
Acknowledged, Commander.
I am not going to... No, I'm going to precision strike here.
You're facing the wrong way, pal.
Good point, Crackle. I'm sure he appreciates that. Okay.
Target down.
Ammo explosion in the center torso. Turns out, real rookie move. If I was a professional battle mech, I would simply not have my ammo explode.
Affirmative, Commander.
Okay, we gotta be really cautious. We'll have the crab do the actual securing. Hold position and force the scientist up. Okay, no more mechs. I was a little worried there. We're feeling a little ramshackle. If there had been another lance, we could very well have lost someone. Ooh, fortunately, all the damage is to metal, none of it to flesh, so that's easily repaired. A lot of XP. And I think we gotta take 3 pieces of an Orion. And then... Do I want the Thunderbolt SE or the Jaeger mech more? Ooh, there is also a triple plus LRM-15. Which obviously has some value. Triple plus medium laser. Very, very good SRM-4. I think we gotta take a piece of a mech here, but there's some good loot in the pool. The good news is we get a significant number of these items. We might pull some of this plus loot. So let's see. This is 4 missile hardpoints, 2 autocannon. It's definitely interesting as a long-range support mech, just like upgrade for one of the Centurion slots, because we maybe have enough close-range fighting mechs. I'm going to take the Jaeger mech piece. Alright, we also... Okay, we got the LRMs, we got the medium laser. Not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. Good work to all our pilots on turning that dude into chunky salsa in his cockpit. I don't know whose job it is to clean that up. Probably somebody on the mech tech team. We're gonna give that guy a bonus. We're gonna maybe give that guy a couple of bonuses. Alright, well, I do not know that it is a good idea to just roll into the next mission. We might want to chill and repair a little bit. So the Griffin took leg damage. The Griffin took a single point of leg structure damage. Okay, we don't need to repair that. This mech is fallen apart. I am absolutely willing to sit for 2 days. I think that that's fine. We could do missions without the other Centurion by playing the Shadowhawk instead. It's definitely a worse mech. In fact, it's a much worse mech, because we're keeping the weak Centurion. Let's wait the 2 days. Well, actually, hold on. What's the difficulty of the remaining contracts? 3, 2.5, 2.5. 2.5. Okay, we can't do that, but we can do this other stuff. You know what? Maybe we just go ahead and keep moving. Let's try the 3. And if we get through that without any major losses, then we can probably push through the 2.5s as well, right? We've learned that the local pirate organization here in Jacomarl has been busy working on a new water filtration technology, which is both extremely valuable and likely to shift the balance of power in the region by opening up more worlds for colonization. We've discovered where they're working on the latest prototype, and we know that they're monitoring the location of our own mechs in the area, so we need a mercenary lance to make the Vanguard assault and catch them by surprise. Okay, that is doable. Before we go down there, we should probably have a look at our pilots. People got a fair amount of XP from that last thing. Alright, she gets to take called Shot Mastery, which is a big, big deal. You were clearly building toward that. I don't know what we're doing with you, or you.
Commander?
Okay. On the 2.5s, we'll bring in some of the softer pilots as well. So, there's a fair amount of money on the line here, and I do want to buy that mortar, which is 3 million C-bills, so we can't really be too neglectful here. I think 731 and 2 priority salvage is the way to go. Yeah, I definitely don't want to go down to 0. Alright, so we're going to try the Shadowhawk in this slot, and do we want to swap our pilots around at all? Firefire's not quite as necessary with this thing. I mean, obviously aiming is good, and 3 skulls is still going to be difficult. I shouldn't mess around on this. We can bring in new guys on the 2.5. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do it like this. It's true, the Griffin's left leg is not at actually completely full structure. Honestly, I think that last one went pretty well. We are, in 3.5 skull missions, we are absolutely fighting uphill, right? That whole enemy lance was heavies, and we are mostly still on mediums. The Centurion, honestly, is not all that good of a mech. We fought a lot of missions for a long time where our Centurion was, by a huge margin, the most powerful thing on the field, and that has probably made it easy to believe that the Centurion is a powerful mech in a broad sense. It definitely isn't, and we're going to start seeing how much it isn't pretty regularly. So we need to replace those slots.
Command interface initiated.
Alright, get your forces to the position where we can observe enemy movements, get eyes on the base. Easy enough. Probably. Hopefully.
Copy that, Commander.
Coordinates received. Got
It's a
it.
weird little stretched mineral field here. I mean, some of these mechs can just go right up top, right?
10-4.
The Griffin that we have, or the Centurion rather, that we have left is the one that has jump jets. So we can... Our Shadowhawk doesn't, right? Yeah, we didn't have room for it. But I think we probably mount it up here. I don't know. It's hard to say because there could be stuff happening in the crook of the mountains here. Way up on this mountain might actually not be a valuable spot. And also, apparently, it's not easy to jump to.
I'm there.
Alright, let's have a turn where nobody except the crab moves. So otherwise, we're going to have a real hard time having the crab up near everybody else. In fact, I think I'm going to have 2 turns where nobody but the crab moves. Trying to select crab. Here we go. Alright, now the rest of us can follow in. Picking up additional units in the area that are rallying to engage you, but that are not engaging us yet, right? So if we can burn down these turrets real fast, that'll make things a little easier on us.
Moving out.
Alright, what have we here? A heavy sniper turret. Wow, that's very snipery. Also, look at all the health on that thing. 227 armor, or 225 armor with 7 structure. Yeah, I guess we pretty much just want to stay put and shoot that thing with everything we got. I definitely have the resources to go real deep on shooting it with the Griffin. We do not have to go gentle on that.
Target destroyed.
I'm glad I laid in as many SRM ammo pods as I did.
What can I do for you?
Can we get vision of the other turret? Not actually. Well...
Good to go.
Firefire can just sensor lock it, I suppose.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
I mean, obviously we'll be able to get vision of it with the,
I've got a sensor
We'll be able to get vision of it with the crab, but that's not how I want to start things. AC-20, pair of SRM-6s, and a bunch of flamethrowers, in case anybody ever gets that close, but why would they?
Roger that, Commander. Engage target.
This will be an okay start. I am not sure I even want to move up. It has 111 health remaining, so I would not be able to kill it with just the large lasers. I'm just gonna, can't hesitate. Oh, I can shoot it with the large lasers from where I am. That's right. I don't actually have to get within its weapons range, or even its visual range. Large lasers are actually long-range weapons. I kind of forget, you know, the way we use the crab. We don't usually use them as long-range weapons. Okay, let's move the Griffin forward to a place where we have vision of more enemies. Well, I don't know if I want to have all 3 of the turrets. That might be too much. Looks like I can't get one without the other. Well, unless I want to end the turn out of cover. I guess I'm okay with that. Now keep in mind, it's not actually my vision of the turrets that matters. It's the turrets and their vision of me that matters. I think I'm going to shoot at this thing, because the crab can trivially finish that one off. Let's start stacking up damage here so that we can make sure that the softer mechs have a kill on that.
I got you.
Because that'll make this nice and easy.
Enemy eliminated.
Hopefully we won't see the enemy reinforcements show up until next turn at the very earliest.
On my way.
Not next, you know, I mean the turn after the one that's about to come up. I'm already thinking as though we were in that place.
Gotcha. Waiting for orders.
Alright, and that turret's turn is spent, so we may as well just run forward as much as we can.
Heads up, Commander. You've got hostile contacts inbound.
Alright, I was hoping we were going to be able to get clear. Well, I think taking that thing out is still the #1 priority. I'm going to reserve down to 1. We'll let it have its turn, and then I'll run forward. Okay, they got something big. Sorry, I cannot let it have its turn.
Skipper.
Can have tire fire. Oh, that's right. She can't jump. If tire fire run to here and then sensor lock it? Ooh, no, I cannot. Glad I looked. Well, hard to keep everything on screen at the same time. I can run this far.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now its turn is spent.
Engaging jump jets.
So a 40, a 55, a 40, and a 70. Let's not give it the PPC. That should make it
Confirmed.
pick-upable, which is definitely a word.
Affirmative, Commander.
You don't quite have the damage, right? 80 plus 45? Actually, if every single missile were to hit, this would be a kill. Odds are it will be left at a very small amount of health. Okay, never mind.
I need a new target.
What can I do for you?
I guess you could run forward and fire, but I don't know that that's necessarily actually valuable. Because that thing's got evasion, and like they're pretty good odds that we wouldn't hit it, right? Okay, I can fire from cover. I guess this is okay, because this makes the king crab the primary target for the enemies, and I do like that. We'll just I don't know, hit his leg or something. It doesn't really matter where we hit him. Gonna try and knock off his PPC arm. Oh, actually, all of his weapons are on that side, and there's an ammo bin in the right torso.
Here we go.
So let's start working that. His right torso is his Achilles heel. It's his Achilles torso. Interesting. An assassin. Not particularly well suited to the task, I think.
Send me a real opponent.
This is going to be annoying to fight, though. Yeah, they're all really fast, and man... I'm gonna let them have some turns.
Holding action, Commander.
We'll just have the crab tank a little bit here.
Is that it? I'm barely
Cruz can handle it.
scratched.
And she's never gonna stop letting you know how much she can handle it.
Standing by.
Are catapults 70 tons? That could be a catapult. A lot of missiles. And a griffin of their own. Alright, that's a lot of stability damage. Definitely teetering. I think we can handle it. So... we could destroy the building. Yeah, I guess we're supposed to be capturing this base. Our employer wouldn't be too happy about that, probably.
Skipper.
I mean, we're not really doing anything here except trying to knock it over, right?
Waiting on you, Commander.
Maybe I want to use the crab for this. Ooh, boy, those hit percentages are garbage, though. That's with precision strike.
I hear ya. Waiting
Alright,
for
let's start with this Centurion. It will behave in such a way as to remove a point of evasion, and that's really all we'll accomplish here. Actually, we did make contact. Then you... I'm definitely a little nervous about getting in the water. I don't even have small laser there. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I want to do this in such a way that I'm in small laser range. If we're going to commit to this thing, let's really commit to it.
Engaging jump jets.
Now, I'm still going to have to coolant vent. We're talking about a lot of heat. I forgot to turn the PPC back on. I forgot it was off.
Good to go.
Shoot. That was a real waste of that resolve. Yeah, damn it. Alright. Well. Can I get far enough over to get into his side arc? No, I cannot.
Don't need to tell me twice.
Might be able to knock him over, though. 55 plus 45. I bet we can get him with this and not have to use the crab on him. Ah, some of that went to the arm.
I hear ya.
Very annoying. I think I'm gonna stay put and just fire. We'll drop down to a pretty small amount of stability damage. And am I gonna precision strike? No, I'm just gonna give him everything and trust that it'll kill him. But if I precision strike and get his... yeah, now that she has called Shot Mastery, we could turn off the UAC here. Still almost certainly remove him from the battle. Yeah, let's do it that way. Oh, wow. Actually, we just ran enough damage through to the center torso. I'm surprised by that. Well, now I'm really glad I didn't use the UAC. That would have been a total waste. So, the question arises. Do we try to just ignore the assassins because they're incredibly hard to hit and they're not really that dangerous? They are the things that are providing damage, or providing targeting information for this guy. I think I need to get down to a place where I can sensor lock the other one.
Coordinates
Alright,
received.
we'll have Tire Fire with her very high accuracy. Precision strike this guy down to 2 initiative, and then we'll see about finishing him off with the other people. Those are some pretty weak legs. I'm gonna try to get his leg.
Got it.
If we get his leg out from under him, it'll be trivial to destroy him. Yeah, so now we have the assassin the griffin. Run over here and blast him dead in the center. And now they no longer have vision of us, because the other assassin is a coward.
Ready to rock.
It's gonna make my life a hell of a lot easier. So actually, let's just reserve down.
Waiting for the right play.
It's an archer. Do I know what an archer is? Ooh, pair of LRM-20s. Interesting.
Warning.
Also, look at all of that. Look at all of that armor. Did we have a breakthrough? No, everything's fine. Yeah, everything's fine. I would not even say it's fair to say armor low. Alright, so yeah, I've never seen one of these before. Is it LRM-20 in each shoulder, it looks like? And a missilery suite in the top right, so we're probably going to want to aim there.
What are your orders, Skipper?
I mean, this is the kind of thing that would be neat to take home, if we could figure that out. We try to just go for the dome.
Acknowledge.
Crackle doesn't have the aim necessary to get that 18%, though. Maybe we try to take a leg first? Oof, his legs are very serious. You know what? Let's try to take out that torso section. Maybe we'll get lucky and some missiles will stray up and hit him in the head.
What can I do for you? On my way.
And this is why we turn off the UAC. That it is ready to do the job when we need it to do the job. The only real shame here
Commencing
is that this will
strike.
definitely not knock this thing over.
There's more where that.
Alright, that is 1 point of damage on him.
Nice try.
We have lost like almost 300 points of armor on the crab. I know the crab's tough, but
Ready to rock.
it can be tempting to think of it as though it is invincible. Remember that it is not.
Waiting on you, Commander. Got it.
Alright, do we want to split? 'Cause my main goal here is to knock that thing over. We don't need to hit it with both of the ACs. We'll give it the weaker one.
Uh-huh.
Trying not to kill the center torso if I can avoid it. Because I'd love to scrap a bunch of pieces of that thing. Try to take his legs. Maybe that's the move. I gotta be real careful with this griffin. This is where I wish somebody had ace pilot. And I could jump way the hell out. Left arm is still pretty strong.
Engaging jump jets.
The water will help keep us afloat here. It's a weird way of expressing that. Okay. This is way too much damage for this leg, is my only concern. So we're going to get some spill through, and it's hard to predict how much. I'm actually going to go after his other leg. Nope, that hit the center. Okay. I tried.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Return just doesn't have the aim
Skipper,
to pull maneuvers like that.
I'm rolling.
Alright, well let's just pop this thing and get out of here then. I mean, I say pop this thing and get out of here. This is almost certainly not the end of the mission.
Moving out.
Eh, you know what? I don't know. That's a pretty big mech. Maybe that was 3 skulls.
Special delivery.
Alright, so they are delivering some stuff. Oh no, never mind. That's our dropship. You know, he said dropship incoming. That's what he says when there are bad guys. How was I supposed to know? What am I gonna like listen to the rest of the words? Arius, you know how valuable my time is. That's a ridiculous proposition. Well, let's definitely take a piece of this thing. This is the other Griffin. We have a 1S. We don't have a 1N. We should definitely take the 1N. Yeah, there wasn't really anything else in the loot. A little disappointing. We've been so good about carefully taking down the mechs that we really want parts of. I'm bummed out about what a bad job we did there. But that's got us enough money that I am comfortable buying the mortar now. I'm very excited to see it in action. It may turn out that it's totally not worth the effort, especially since it seems to be a single-fire weapon. But I'm excited about it. I want to use it. Okay, secure borders. Merrick surveillance teams have picked up what we believe to be the signature of an active patrol of pirate mechs engaging in reconnaissance near the borders of our holdings on this planet. You know what? We should do the pirate missions first, probably. Are we near a threshold with the pirates? Oh, not really. It probably doesn't matter what order we do these in. Let's go ahead and do this one first, then. So that we, just in case we get into a situation where we only get to do one, which would have to be a pretty wild situation, we do the one that has the best payout. Yo, look at 731 salvage. What on earth? Alright, that's a problem to worry about next time. Yeah, pirate mechs, engaging in reconnaissance near the borders of our holdings. This is technically not a violation of our sovereignty, but it's clearly provocative. Go send a message. Alright. So he says there will be a bonus for destroying additional objectives. I'm thinking about doing this. If we're almost guaranteed a bonus, like that's a pretty big bonus we're talking about. 10 to 30% of a million C-bills could actually be pretty cool. I mean, like 10% is not that much, but I'm going to take it like this. Maybe I will regret that. Let's bring in some of the lower tier pilots. I probably want to leave Crackle in, actually, because I'm trying to build up his tactics. And Tirefire could take a break. Honestly, Cruz could take a break. Leave Returned and Crackle in to guide Steam Fitter and probably Grizzly up. Maybe swap these two. Because I think Sensor Lock on the King Crab makes a lot more sense. Yeah, okay, those are not optimal pilots, but, like, I'd put pretty good odds on Steam Fitter surviving the mission at the very least. It is important to remember, however, ere we get too cocky, that every mech has the same cockpit. So any weapon that could destroy anybody's cockpit could still get a lucky hit and destroy the King Crab's cockpit. Cockpits have 45 armor and 16 structure. So, a direct hit from a 60 damage weapon does not get the job done. That means that AC 10s and everything that does less are not one-shot weapons. In order to get a one-shot on the cockpit of a mech, you need an AC 20 or I think the highest damage bonus you can get on a PPC is 10, which means it only does 60. So, an AC 20 or, like, obviously, like, a UAC 20 one-shot from that will also do it. UACs are not single-shot weapons. The projectiles do not automatically go to the same place. So, very few weapons can surprise headshot you. Any of the bigger mechs can surprise headshot you with a melee attack, though, so that's always very dangerous. Orbital surveillance suggests targets in this region. Do the thing. Got it.
We'll find much in the way of entertainment here.
I don't know, Steam Fitter, we have your voice. Really? We gotta read already? Oh yeah, way up there. 70-ton vehicle. Okay.
I'm there. Okay, let's go.
Vehicles can be tricky.
Yes, Commander.
Sometimes they're very, very, very dangerous. Sometimes they're total garbage. Okay, that's an urban assault. Starting to learn the signatures, you know?
Ready to rock.
You know what? I'm actually gonna reserve. None of the mechs that can move yet have sensor lock. I guess the downside of having sensor lock on an Initiative 1 mech is that you have to do this if you want to actually be able to benefit from it.
Awaiting orders.
Maybe I just want him to sprint forward. Then we can run up with somebody else and probably get vision. Let's see. Is that doable? Can we jump the Griffin forward enough? We can get vision of that thing, but that doesn't really... I feel pretty strongly about destroying this guy. Alright,
Yes,
let's
Commander.
crab sense him.
Certainly.
Engage crab sense.
Got a lock.
Okay, they have something that moves on one.
Confirmed.
That's what we just learned.
I got you. I got you.
Wow, all of that went to the side, huh?
I'm
Well, I
here.
guess it's better than it going to the front as long as we can get the rest of our stuff to go to the front. Really, we can't get anything? I guess he's right on the lee side of that hill. What do you call the side of a hill that's opposite from the direction the mechs are coming in? There's probably a word for that. Yeah, I actually can't hit him again. Well, then I will do this, I guess.
Engaging jump jets.
What are you? You are a striker. Okay, that's not exactly terrifying. I'm just going to give him everything. And we're going to take some shots from that urban assault vehicle.
Hey.
AC 10s that have plus damage are lethal headshot weapons, so that is also a thing to be wary of. Not super common, though.
Okay.
Among enemy forces, I think they're as common as any other plus weapon on our side. But enemy forces don't usually have plus weapons. We got a reading on a mech coming in over here, something relatively serious. I think I'm fine moving into small weapons range. Actually, hold on. I have a stomp. Yeah, let's just do the stomp. Stomp's only 140 damage. Okay, the stomp is a guaranteed kill.
Engaging physical attack.
Turns out it's very difficult to make a thing that size that can survive being stepped on by a thing of this size.
Destroyed.
That's just physics. A read on a 60-ton vehicle in the distance. So there's a 60-ton something and a 65-ton mech. One of them's a 2 initiative and one of them is 1. That's got to be like an LRM carrier or something. I don't know what the hell that is.
Aye, Skipper.
What is a
Full speed,
60-ton
no
vehicle that
target.
acts on 1? I'm assuming the mech is the 2. It's like a...
No.
Yeah, I don't know, and I'm worried. You're going to reserve down.
Wait. Sure, why not?
Yeah, the 2 is the mech. So I don't know what the hell kind of vehicle that is. Oh, I hit the button again thinking I'll just reserve again, but right, that was the one phase. I just gave up the turn. That's fine, it doesn't matter too much. Can't quite make it to cover. I can make it to here, though. This is pretty good.
Engaging jump jets.
Could be a Jaeger or something? Big Thunderbolt. Alright, well, remember that we took 0 priority salvage, so...
What are your orders, Skipper?
That was a remarkably small amount of stability damage. Is he... Yeah, he's entrenched. Well, nothing for it.
Moving to position.
Do we want to precision strike with you? Yeah, probably. Keep trying to get that center torso open, because it's going to be
Yep.
very valuable when we do.
Copy that, Commander.
I think I want to use Crackle's precision strike as well, rather than trying to precision strike with the crab with the pilot who doesn't have
Engage target.
very good aim.
I'm picking up a new sensor trace. Looks like
Yeah,
enemy
I'm getting that.
reinforcements.
Thanks for the fair warning there, Darius. Okay, that was 20 to 30 LRMs, I think. Ooh, breaching shot. Okay.
Warning.
So they have some decent pilots over there as
How
well.
might I help?
You maybe just need to sprint.
As you wish.
Warning.
He runs behind a big rock.
Detected.
Yep, it is an LRM carrier. Griffin's going down. Oh, it wasn't unsteady before. Okay. Well, no two ways about this. This thing has to go. How are we going to do this? It's not actually all that tough. We can probably kill it with one of the long-range mechs.
What? No.
Yeah, I think I like this.
Affirmative.
So, a single autocannon shot to the front does not kill it.
Locking in
Let's hope that
target.
these cluster. Okay. Good. And that gets us above the threshold.
Enemy move.
We still can
What are your
see
orders,
this
Skipper?
guy, but shooting him might be a little tricky. Yeah, I can't quite find a direct shot. Well, I mean, not so bad, because that means he also doesn't have one for us. Trying to think, for dealing with these enemies, where exactly do I want to be? I think I want to move forward. I want to get to this cluster of trees. And I don't expect the Centurion to get shot at too much here.
That hit something good.
Griffin doesn't have any broken armor anywhere, but definitely nervous about moving in too much. You just brace in place, move unsteady. Feel right. I mean, I want to get aggressive, right? Obviously. If I jump in, dump heat, precision strike his center torso, there's pretty good odds of a kill. They'd have to move up. See me? Is that right? Yeah, I could... Okay, I could do like this, where I aim my left arm at them as much as possible. That's the empty arm. I have 5 points of evasion. Whatever's over there, though, it's pretty serious. I'm gonna go for it.
Engaging jump jets.
We have 59 resolve, damn it. I was gonna, vigilance and also precision strike. I think the precision strike is pretty important here. We had a... Oh, yeah, sorry, I had a vent. Okay.
Enemy mech destroyed.
That's aggressive. Yeah, but they lose vision, and then they chose to take their turn in a non-optimal order. I'm still probably... Ooh, I was going to say, still probably going to get knocked down and take damage, but nope, they couldn't even put that together. Alright, Griffin gets to go first, and it flees. We're just going to take a breather down here.
Yup. Hey.
How much do I want to do before their turns? This Thunderbolt is mostly a close-range mech, but it does have that PPC. Of course, it's in the right arm, because they always put it in the right arm.
Okay.
And he has chosen to point his right arm directly at me. Would almost be rude not to take the shot, I feel like.
Engaging.
I got... some of the
Confirm.
armor. I'm not 100% sure whether or not he can be seen, and this Centurion is definitely not up to the task of tanking all of this fire. So from right here, they would all have vision, which makes me think that probably... We're probably safe back here, right? I'm going to try it.
Acknowledge.
Because I really do want to work that arm off. Do I precision strike it? I'm going to be at 48 if I do. I guess not.
Let's see what you got.
Okay, King Crab's gonna eat some shots here. It actually has 4 points of evasion right now, which is very unusual. It's a Steam Fitter working his magic step. Do not care for that sensor impairment. That's going to be annoying. Should be able to make it to the trees this turn.
What's the plan?
Apparently the only place... Okay, I can make it right here. That's the frontal arc, though. I'm a little leery of this. I guess they all have vision of me no matter what. This is actually a good thing. Now my whole team has vision of their whole team. A Warhammer. Oh no, we took 0 priority salvage. If we had even 1 piece, we could complete our Warhammer. Right? Am I remembering that right? I think that's the one we have 4 of. Ah, what a bummer. Oh well. We could still get lucky. We are getting 3 pieces of total loot. Warhammer is not actually that outfitted for long-range combat. It's just a pair of PPCs. I think we continue working on this guy.
Of course.
Okay. Managed to drive a lot of damage through there. And now he has an exposed center ammo bin. Do you have a shot with from back here? Oh, right. The snub PPC actually has quite a lot of range. More than you might expect. Alright, so we got to keep playing from real far back. But this is not terrible.
Engaging target.
Okay. Apparently,
Enemy mech
that was just a real tight cluster.
Skipper.
Well, that's pretty cool. So these guys both have bulwark. We do have breaching shot on this guy at least. The Jaeger mech is definitely the most dangerous remaining enemy. So we need to try to knock off one of these side bits here. It doesn't really matter which, they're outfitted pretty similarly. I'm going to go for this one. With just the LRMs.
Here we go. What now?
Sadly, we do not have breaching shot on the other mech.
Just die.
Okay. The weapon that hit went to the right location at least. It's starting to add up a little bit.
Reporting.
Move forward, point your left side in. Yeah.
Location acknowledged.
Don't get to fire everything. So that being the case, maybe I don't bother precision striking then. Do we want to... I mean, I want to fire the UAC-20. But I guess I won't. The math just doesn't make sense on that. Do I fire the LB-20X? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Boy, his accuracy leaves a little bit to be desired.
Damage minimal.
Also, he says minimal, but I don't really...
What are your orders, Skipper?
That's actually a lot of damage. And it's really starting to add up.
I'm on him.
Wow, did literally nothing go to the place I aimed at? That's a shame. Okay, well, we got some openings. You go for his leg. If I were able to knock his leg out from under him, that would be very significant.
I'll try.
Oh, we got one shot. So the crab knocking him over is way less significant, right?
Light damage. Holding firm. Yes, Commander.
The whole reason knocking him over was a big deal is because it would allow the crab to then do horrible things to
Have
him.
no doubt.
I'm gonna
it will be done.
turn off some of these weapon systems. We're just going to tap him a little bit. His leg is so low. We are starting to have some problems, though. Leg is at 17.
Confirmed.
Start with you. Let's get that knockdown. Do I want to fire the AC-5 as well? Yeah, I think so. Because the bulwark doesn't matter. We will still get enough damage to break the leg.
Affirmative.
What I wanted more than anything was to get that leg.
Ha! You like that?
We're definitely having a string of bad luck on the aim.
Advancing, I guess.
Think we can afford to move up here.
This might hurt.
Alright, well, we got his arm off at least. That helps.
Looking up.
Forward to continue having a shot. That looks good. Yeah, there we go. Alright, I feel fairly confident that he is dead on the crab's turn. Interesting move from the other mech.
Waiting orders.
To not put any effort at all into anything at all. So my left side is showing... Yeah. Want to turn and start tanking damage with the right now. You just got to shoot everything you can shoot directly into the center of this enemy. I think this is probably what it is. Unfortunately, like, the only weapon here that actually matters is the UAC. So maybe I don't fire the other stuff. Just try to keep my heat in a place where I can fire more than one weapon per turn. This is 2 shots at not all that high of a percentage chance each. No, I'm going to throw in a laser too.
Target is confirmed.
Okay, we got there. Actually, it's a good thing we did. I forgot about the fact that he still has damage reduction from cover while downed, and the UAC was not... the UAC shot was not enough by itself. And then I'm going to reserve down. Right, make him come forward.
Commander.
Ooh. Got that blow through.
Internal structure damage.
Even though that should have been a... Yeah, no, I didn't turn enough. So how bad is it? Ooh, it's pretty bad, actually. And he's in bulwarked cover as well.
Yup.
Miserable, man. It is miserable to fight enemies who are this tough. This is why I wanted all that breaching shot. So, he's got a ton of ammunition, and he is keeping some of it in the center. So I think our goal here is just go center, core him hard. We have technically the best chance of pulling a piece of salvage if we get 3 pieces into the pool, since it's going to roll against that loot pool 3 times. But I just don't see it happening with the pilots we have here, and also I don't want to take any additional chances. We got to get this mission ended fast. Just go center. Let's use the LRM-20, right? This is 10 total stability. This is 60? Yeah.
Copy that.
Gotta make him... We gotta put him at risk. continue to stay well away from him.
Engaging target.
Hey,
I think only one of those projectiles actually made contact, which is a shame. Almost out of ammunition.
so
Wow, really bad shooting. Really horrible shooting. Way below expected values. I turn the left torso away.
of course.
Not let him shoot the left torso anymore. We can knock him down. I'm gonna not shoot the laser, actually.
I understand.
Take a turn to recover some heat. Yeah, we can definitely knock him down.
Skipper,
Actually, yeah, let's have you go first. No, maybe not. Let's have the AC-20 mech, or the LRM-20 mech go first. And in this case, I think I do turn this on. I think the 60 damage will be enough. But I also don't think the damage matters all that much. We would lose 32 damage, but we would gain like 20-something. Yeah, and then mostly what we're trying to do here is get enough stability in.
10-4.
Okay, there we go. That's going to make our lives a lot easier. Now, unfortunately, the crab won't get to shoot at him while he's downed, because we will have gone first in the previous phase. So the crab will not get to go first in that phase. The rest of us can actually aim a little bit. Okay, pretty good, pretty good.
Look, no.
I'm gonna move up. Try to get that medium laser in. I mean, I'm sure I can't do it this turn, but... Actually, no, I totally can. This is the last turn that I have these autocannons, so we gotta get something done here. Okay, we got through. Yes! We pierced the ammo bin on the first shot in. Okay, thank God. We needed that to be over. Just the way I like missions to go. Simple.
Mission
Yeah,
successful.
real easy, that one. Alright, so there is a very small chance that we do pull the piece of the Warhammer off of this loot pool in our 3 random rolls. So fingers crossed, everybody. This is where you find out. No bonus for us, but still a huge amount of money. We did not get it. Also, no, I was not remembering correctly. We had 3 pieces, not 4, so it wouldn't have been the mech either way. Still, would have been very nice. That was scarier than I thought it was going to be. I appreciate, though, that we're starting to see, like, real enemies. We're having missions now where, like, we're trading paint in a very meaningful way. The game is definitely more compelling when it feels like this. Unfortunately, at some point, we will grow our strength beyond this kind of thing. But right now, I'm pretty happy to have done this, and also, we are totally going to be able to get our mortar here. We will almost have enough money to buy that full catapult if we do all the jobs. We'll be just about there, but we won't. If we do that, we won't have enough money to pay people at the end of the month. So obviously, it's not actually an option. It's a shame, though. I sure would like to. Yeah. All right. Well, I think that is probably a pretty good place to call it for now. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time, Monday, to see if there is any way at all that we can finagle buying this catapult, because I really, really would like it. And we'll see you then.